Hey, what up YouTube? This is Game Over Gary. What's up? I'm finally doing a video. You've seen me a couple times on the Thrift Dweller channel. It's with Nate, Ian, and Lester. Picking up video games, talking about video games. We love our retro stuff, keeping physical media alive, all that jive. Really love it. And now I feel like I should contribute more to the channel here, so here I am. These are going to be my first pickup videos here solo. I don't have a pair of shades like Ian, Lester, or Nate, so I'm going to have to do something else different from those guys. So here it is. So yeah. Street Fighter, yeah. I don't know, I don't know, but it's funny. So yeah, what I wanted to show you here, my pickup's been solo in a while. I wanted to do something that was very different. So this is gonna be a theme pickup video. The reason being is because with video games, whenever I think about them, where I usually go back to is Nintendo. And Nintendo, I wouldn't be a gamer without like the NES or Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the Wii, the Game Boy, the DS, the Game Boy Advance, all that stuff. Because of that, because of games that I played on those systems, and from Nintendo bringing me those games, I thought I'd start off with this. With these pickups, just based on the fact they're on Nintendo platforms. So, here we go. Let's get started. As usual, round one, no cheaps, ding ding ding. I thought I'd start off with a couple of Wii pickups here. So the majority of these are going to be for the Wii, because I've been collecting mostly disc-based games, anything that's cartridge-based and other that's not like the GBA or the DS games. They're just too over my head pricing for me, though. So I thought I'd just start off with something that's simple, that's still still last gen, is not hitting that point where like retro gamers or scalpers are just like picking it up all like that, because they're starting to get rare. So we first start off with Red Steel and Red Steel 2. The Red Steel series were only for the Wii, and they incorporated the motion controls for the Wii system. They allowed you to use the Wiimote to slash guys, to shoot guys, move around with the nunchuck. First game was the first one that tried it. Wasn't that great. Second game kind of improved on it, felt a little bit more fluid, but I don't know, they still couldn't get that mark. Otherwise, these were part of a 5 for 20 pack. Can't go wrong. Next, Mad World. Mad World, really beautifully designed game. What I loved about it is the fact that the entire world is in black and white, except for the fact that once your main character Jack here chainsaws guys, you see blood red splattering everywhere, which is a nice contrast to the black and white setting. So the only colors you get is just the blood red of your enemies, and that's crazy awesome. But ultra violent, as you can see, for the M rating. Don't keep it away from kids. No, don't. Next is a series of games that they're rail shooters. I'm very fond of the rail shooter genre. You and a buddy get together, you go and shoot people, and you don't have to worry about like moving around, turning around. The entire game does it for you. You just focus on shooting everything that is in sight. So last of the no cheaps, or not no cheaps, the shell padding. I don't get a lot of shell padding. Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. What better franchise than the Resident Evil series to star a rail shooter zombie shooting game? The fact this is the first one that tried to do it. Missed a couple marks. It went over a couple of the famous events in the Resident Evil history, but I felt like the weapons and how they progress with it, there was just some stuff missing. Still a good series though. Recommend it. Alright, so now we're moving on to ding ding ding, round 2, no cheaps. Yeah, as you all know, these are the games that we shell a little bit more money to play because we want to play them. These are good games, and they don't deserve to be that much on a shelf. So let's continue off actually with the rail shooter genre with the sequel to Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles, Resident Evil: The Dark Side of Chronicles. Now this was a vast improvement to the Umbrella Chronicles. You follow Leon as he recounts the events from Resident Evil 2, as well as Claire's recollection of Code Veronica, all the while during his own scenario story that was made for this game, following the events with Kruger, a character from Resident Evil 4, who had a past with Leon. And this game follows that past with Leon and Kruger. I think that's in his name, like a Russian soldier guy who was agents with him at a time. This is after the fact that Leon became secret agent. Definitely vast improvement. It incorporated the Wii Zapper. Upgrading your weapons was awesome. Like, the controls felt a little bit more solid despite being on a rail shooter, and you can find plenty of secrets if you know where to look in this game. So definitely, this is a no cheaps and a recommended game. Another one, which is just a little bit more simpler, is based off an arcade game, Ghost Squadron. You play as an elite squad of soldiers, terrorists, fighting against terrorists around the world. This is your basic shooter, though the special thing about the Wii version is generally in rail shooters you're only allowed to play 2 people. In this one, you're allowed to link up to 4 controllers at a time with the Wiimotes and have 4 of you guys shooting everything on the screen. So who knows, maybe there'll be a Let's Play later with all 4 of the Thrift Dwellers. Definitely a recommended game. Next, one of my favorite series, despite he has fallen on hard times, Sonic and Sonic Colors. Now this Sonic Colors is kind of his rise from his fall, because this was after the whole Werehog incident. I forgot what that game was called. Unleashed, yeah, where it kind of took a more simpler approach with Sonic, where it switched between the 2D and 3D aspects, so it felt like more like the old school Sonic, as well as some of the new feel of the new school 3D platforming. It incorporates it's vastly, like, the better in speed you are, the better the grades you get in this game. As well, the more you unlock, like this incorporated the Wisp system, where you unlock aliens like that as shown in the box here, to access new and different areas of each level, so you can go back and replay different sections to get to different sections of previous levels you've done when you first started the game. So this is definitely a pickup in my book. One thing though I have to say, a lot of people complained about the last boss battle in this, and I think their complaints are not valid. Like, the overall, the game is good as a whole, so just accept it as it is. Next one is, they actually just ported this to the Xbox and PlayStation. Boyens Blob. Yeah, this is, I think it's a remake of the original, like the older NES game, but essentially follows a boy and his blob, where where it's a platforming side-scrolling game where you and your shape-shifting blob are able to access different areas of a game, and you have to figure out how to use your blob and its various abilities to get to different sections of the level to progress. And this is actually one of the hidden gems of the Nintendo Wii. Gained a lot of praise, and that's why now you're seeing it on different this game got ported to different systems. I think it got ported onto Steam, but I think more so on PlayStation Network and the 360 or the Xbox store. So definitely a good pickup for the price of $10, I think. Complete inbox and everything. Yeah, we got this for $10. This shown here from EB. Yeah, definitely a good game. Oh, okay, so I'm getting close to those. I'm gonna move on to, what should I look at? Okay, so gonna go a bit portable now with my pickups, because the last 3 for the Wii I think I'll save those for the end. So one of the ones I was picked up, Breath of Fire 2. Yes, for the GBA. Picked this up for $15 from our buddy the Retro Bomb. You know, Retro Bomb, always recommend the dude. If you see him at the 363 flea market, give him a shout out. You know, he always does right by right. But Breath of Fire 2 for the GBA, pretty much the same game as the SNES, though now you can run. You can run, which makes the game move a little bit faster. Otherwise, you know, this was a great RPG. Follows you, Ryu, because they're all the main characters of the Breath of Fire series are called Ryu. You start off as an orphan. You wake up. I think you try looking for your sister. It's been a while since I played it, but you get attacked by some demon thing when you were trying to escape with your orphan dog brother. Yeah, there's an orphan dog brother. Who knew? And then you get attacked by this giant demon, and then you wake up a couple of years later as a grown-up. You and Doug are monster hunters or something like that, and you find out the past is coming back to haunt you, and you gotta go figure out what's going on. Definitely a good pickup. One of my favorite RPGs from the SNES area. Alright, so next is, I picked this up for full price because I really like this series. I'm glad they made a collection out of it. Mega Man Zero Collection. This is a collection of all 4 of the Mega Man Zero games. Very well regarded for its hot, fast action pace, as well as its kind of Metroidvania mapping. It was very hard to read the map, however, by my memory. It was very hard to read the map, and it was kind of hard to figure out where you need to go. But once you did, once you're able to upgrade Zero to its fullest, very good game. Start off 1, 2, 3, and 4. Definitely a good pickup. Alright, next I have one of my favorite games from the DS. This is a cult classic to a lot of people who've owned a DS in the past. It's very good, very awesome rhythm game. The Elite Beat Agents. Cool rhythm game where you use the stylus to tap certain points and follow the rhythm of the music happening on the system there. Has some well-known songs like YMCA, Skater Boy from Avril Lavigne, Jamiroquai's what was that song? Jamiroquai, Material Girls on here. A lot of songs on here, and the story that's happening as you play as the Elite Beat Agents while you're doing the song singing, like top-notch animation. Definitely one of the best on the DS. Here you go. Accessories now. Nintendo 3DS plug, $10. Oh, whenever you see these, I always pick these up because I feel like I'm gonna lose. Like I actually did lose one of my plugs for my 3DS after I upgraded. so I had to pick up a new one. So I do have another one, but whenever I see these, always pick them up. Nintendo 3DS plugs for the XL. Always a good investment. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had some guests, so I had to cut off a little bit short there. So I'm just continuing off here. Again, just going back. Mellow Slug Anthology. Yes, one of the best series I've ever played. It's Contra style. Like if you've ever played Contra, this is Contra times crazy. A lot of shit coming at you. You know, a lot of bullets, a lot of guys, a lot of aliens. This is one of the funnest arcade shooters I've ever played. It's just simply for the fact that it's a quarter eater. Like, you will not be able to beat this in, like, if you were in an arcade, you'd probably spend like $50 and still not beat the game. And even, you know, whenever you beat the game, it tells you how many quarters you dropped into here. So this is awesome. This is the Anthology, Mellow Slug, so you get actually 7 games for the price of 1. You get 1, 2, a Mellow Slug X, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Each, you know, with its own unique quirks and story. Very fun. I think some special bonuses here. Mellow Slug 6, I think you get characters from the King of Fighters series. From Mellow Slug X and up, you get access to new characters. Really fun game. I'm really glad I was able to find it for $15 at EB. And shout out to River City Max, give me a heads up on this. Thanks, buddy. Next, alright. Last of the No Cheaps, Little King's Story. This was able to get a port, I think, onto the Vita or the PSP. But very cool. It starts off as kind of like a puppet play. You're the little king, getting villagers, building up your village, your kingdom, going out on missions with your subjects to fight off the monsters of the land. Kind of mix of Pikmin and Animal Crossing? No, not really. Just, you know, management, village management. Like, you have to play the role of the king, but as well go out and fight monsters. Really well made game. It's only made better as it got ported. I hear there was a sequel to this, but I'm not sure what it was. Definitely recommend it if you can find it. That is. I had to found this at GOG Collectibles for quite a bit. Still shelled it out. All right. So now, maple syrup pickup of the week. Dun, 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 dun. I was debating this one. This was actually quite a surprise how much I got it for. Like, I actually got it at a local game store, not like any random pickup or pawn place. Actually found it at, yeah, EB Games of all places. They have good deals, and on, I guess, in some of their systems, these games that are particularly rare to us as collectors are just Wii games, so you can get them for cheap depending on if you find it or not. And that, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I think I may have shown this in the past a couple years ago, but this is a game I was able to pick up again for the low price of $15. Well, 16 something, but you get, you know, taxes and all. Still crazy I was able to find it and even get it for this much. This is one of the harder RPGs from the Nintendo library, simply for the fact that it does do permadeath. And I think on the last Thrift Dwellers you saw me on, I was talking about its prequel, or the game before this, Path of Radiance. So this continues off the story from the Path of Radiance game. You play new main characters and encounter the old ones. So definitely, it's chapter 2 of a series, and I recommend picking them up. It's a long, hard game, but the story is absolutely worth it. 15 bucks. And that is the end of it. I hope you enjoyed my pickups. Hopefully I can do more in the future, like my setup. You know, you can see the amiibos there, Mario, some more amiibos there. Still kind of cleaning things up, but you know, hopefully you see more of me in the future. And yeah, that's me, Game Over Gary, signing off. Peace out. Hadouken!